The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of...
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can shoot it, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make...
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, that was a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know how the offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Smith now to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Falcons at 5-3 now on the year. They come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through.
The touchdown! Rondell Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it up. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Mills throw there, complete to Hamler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jeff Okudah. 20, 10. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Mills. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To score in this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. from the shotgun. It's Mills. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But again, man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Mills to throw for it on 4th. But he will find his man, Samuel. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Throwing now is Geno. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Geno now to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From the gun, here's Smith. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mills. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mills. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. No gain on the screen there in 2nd down.
That's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. He finds him again. Saquon Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get after your running back. It could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
From the 50, it's Smith. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Clock keeps moving.
And Smith's throw here into the hands of Moore. Touchdown, Falcons! Rondale Moore with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mills. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Mills on 1st down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Smith. And this one's incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Smith. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mills to throw it. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fourth down, Mills. Got a man, it's Aitman, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He's got Hamler on the out route.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Mills on the bootleg. And this will be incomplete.
I'm sure there was a team hard time trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mills now. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Terry McLaurin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Uchenna Nwosu, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Smith.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Mills on 4th down. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. They're going right back to Hamler. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Play action now, Mills.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Barkley.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good.
throws. Fourth down. Gotta have it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, a field goal is probably going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Atlanta. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Gino. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to look deep for Moore. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Got an open man. It's Aitman.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A first down throw for Mills.
Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now on 2nd and 16, Mills. And he's going to go down again. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Defensive coach always say, guys, you can earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot. This big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Charger drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth.
And now here's another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Yet another interception. I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing, Mills. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mills. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. K.J. Hamler from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing now, Smith. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we've been